Hello, welcome back to Pearl Grey Knits. I'm Ellie. It is September 1st, which means I can finally talk to you about my stash busting goals for September, which I'm super excited about. I kind of had a few ideas of things I would do this month. I thought about like working on, how would I even word this, like setting myself like a section of a pattern to get to, and then doing that and then working on something else and getting to a particular point and then going like that. But then I picked up this project and it really grabbed me and it was what I really wanted to work on. So I flipped it, and instead this month I am working on changing some of my WIPs or my, some of my failed WIPs into things that I actually will wear / use, depending on what the object is. So the project that I've been working on, that I've been kind of obsessed with, is this. So this was my sugar plum jumper, which I showed in my WIP Parade, but yeah, I didn't like the match of the yarn and the pattern. It just wasn't right. So I decided to start unraveling it, and I'm just making it into a Flax by Tin Can Knits instead, which I've started several Flaxes and then been like, no, this isn't the right yarn for it, because it is a very basic pattern. I don't know, I like the idea of having something special about the knitted jumpers that I have. But with this one, I feel like it's kind of perfect because I feel like the yarn is the main event here. And so it doesn't really need a fancy pattern. It's this gorgeous color and texture that is the main event. So this is Malabrigo Mecha, and as you can see, I have been working on it quite a bit. This is about 4 days work, and I'm almost done with the yoke. So feeling pretty good about that. I am going to try it on for you and me. Once I want to be in the middle of the front so that I can make sure no stitches are falling off, even though I do have some stoppers to put on. And we'll see where it's sitting, just so I know roughly how many rows I have left of the yoke. But I will show you that now. All right, here's the moment of truth. I have thrown my hair up in this very messy bun so that my hair won't be in the way. Let me just move you up a bit, I think. All right. Let's put that in my pocket. I'm going to have to kind of do it on one side because my needles aren't long enough to like fit around my shoulders. So vaguely say that it's literally just at my underarm. I was planning another 4 or so rows. I'm thinking maybe if I do maybe like 6, that should kind of get me to a comfortable position. So that is project number 1 that I've been working on. The other thing I've been working on is that I ripped back my secret little crop, my little secret crop. Yeah, that's the right name. And we're back to this. So I had cast it off for the back and I was working on the front. And then I was able to try it on for the first time because these are not very long needles, so I couldn't get it over my head. So it was only once I'd stopped working in the round that I was actually able to try it on. The size was okay, but it wasn't loose like I wanted. Like, it wasn't tight, but it was just not quite as kind of flowy, I guess. Loose is the only word I can really describe. I just wanted a little bit more give. So I have gone up a size again, and I also wanted it longer. Here's the thing, is that I have a habit of when I'm making things that I'm just like so excited to go on to the next step that I sometimes don't make it as long as I think I should. Like, I will get to the pattern sort of length. So for example, I'm about a centimeter off where I should be, but I have a longer torso, I guess, than most people, or than the sort of standard size. And so I kind of forget that when I make things, and then I end up with things that are too short and that I'm not super comfortable with showing my sort of stomach, I guess. I've talked about before the fact that I am a type 1 diabetic. I wear an insulin pump, which is tangled. Oh God, what is this tangled on? What the? Okay. I wear an insulin pump. This is attached to my stomach at all times. It is literally the thing that's keeping me alive. And so I have that in my stomach. It's not cute, and also just like bruises and everything like that, because I have to change this every couple of days and I just get self-conscious. I don't like having that on display, and yeah, I don't know. Also, it's kind of like not really a safety thing, but kind of, because this thing gets caught on everything, literally everything. The amount of times I've ripped this thing out of my stomach because it's gotten caught on a door, I don't want to talk about it. It's so painful. So I like having things that will cover that, whether that is wearing high-waisted jeans or shorts or a skirt or whatever, or a longer top. This is all to say that I wanted it longer because it was sitting sort of here, and I'll show you kind of as I stand up kind of where it was sitting and where I want it to. Anyway, all of that is to say, this is being changed into something I'll be happy with, rather than just finishing it for the sake of finishing it and then not feeling comfortable enough to wear it anywhere. But so there's those two. I'm also going to do something with my biscuit sock, which failed last month, if I can. Haven't really decided what that thing might be yet, but yeah, that's fine. I'll work that out later. Think I'm gonna have to take a few days off knitting. I do start a new job next week, which I'm super excited about. and that will be full-time, so I won't have as much time to knit, but also my hands are just kind of killing me, and so I probably should have taken a break last week, but I really didn't have anything else to do. I kind of had these like 2 weeks between this job, my new job starting, and like the last one kind of leaving because of the like roster. It just kind of worked out that way. So I don't know, I've just been enjoying working on this so much that I don't want to take a break. But we'll see what else I kind of get around to this month. Starting a new job is going to be chaotic, so what I get done, I get done. Also, just talking about the crop top. So when I tried it on, it was sitting about here, and for context, so it's about here. Here's my hip. So I just want, I think, kind of around my belly button here. We'll see. All of my summer clothes are away still, but I might try and pull out some of my like high-waisted shorts to see where they sit, and then kind of work from there, I think. I have a friend though. Hey. You gonna say hi? Busy. There you go. Okay. Good morning. It is Monday, the 15th of September. I survived my first week at my new job. My chronic pain didn't play up, so I am doing good. And here I am to talk about the very small amount of knitting progress I've made. Knitting was not my priority this last week, for obvious reasons, but also my job does involve a lot of, sorry, that was annoying me, a lot of lifting and carrying and things like that. And I have done a little bit on my Flax, and this is how it's looking. I'm so happy with it so far. I'm really happy with it. I like how it fits. It's a little bit oversized, but that's kind of what I wanted for this one, because I feel like the kind of chunkiness of this yarn kind of lends itself well to that kind of more loose sort of style. And I'm one of those people who would prefer something to be like majorly oversized than slightly too tight. I just do not like tight clothes. So I think it's so cute, and I am so excited to keep going with it. That's literally the update. I have nothing else to say. No idea, just no goals, no plans, just gonna keep chugging away at this one, and probably going to be the only thing I really do between now and the end of the month. So super happy with it. More to come soon.
Alright, it's another try on day. Today I am wearing my jeans. These are my favorite jeans, the ones I wear the most, and so they're probably the ones I'm gonna wear with this jumper. So I thought that we're kind of getting towards the end of the body. I would use this as a way of seeing how much longer I want it to be, because I don't want it to, like, you know, I want it to sit down here on these jeans. I want it to kind of, I'll show you what I'm thinking. Let's put this on first. So I've also just chucked my hair up so that I can kind of see how it's sitting without my hair being in the way. This is kind of annoying because the ball is too big right now to fit into my pocket. It's just gonna go here on this chair for now. Okay, so I kind of want it to sit here, which is just kind of by the button. It also kind of covers the, let's pull this out. It covers the, I don't know what you would call this. It covers the tube of my pump. One of the most painful things in the world is getting this tube caught on things and having the pump ripped out of my stomach. So if there is any way, so I try and wear things that kind of cover it enough that it's not going to get stuck on door handles or whatever. And yeah, so I think I probably got, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 rows, and then the ribbing. Obviously, like with the sleeves not being done, it just kind of looks a bit silly, I think. And they're kind of, you know, sitting up a bit. So I'll be excited to see how it looks when I actually, like, even have a sleeve to here. I just feel like it'll look a little bit more, it'll just look a little bit more finished, I guess, with the sleeves started, and I'll have a better idea of kind of how it's going to sit. I really like having, like, space in my sleeves, because I think there's nothing worse than it being, like, tight around your armpits. Just a personal preference, so I'm kind of excited for them to be not puffy, but roomy. I'm gonna go back to my cup of tea now and yeah, knit a few more rows.
Hi. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit sick at the moment. I've kind of been like toeing the line for like a week now, and I don't know, it kind of looked like I was gonna not get sick and it was gonna be fine, and then I woke up on Monday morning and I felt like crap. So it's Wednesday now, and I'm feeling a little better, but I'm definitely not good. But it is now October, so I wanted to end this video. I don't know when I'm gonna have time. Can't really sit up at the moment. I do have an Arthie down here. So just bear with me for this kind of awkward angle. That's the flax though. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm on the bottom ribbing. I've done a little bit there. Still got a bit to go, and really happy with how it's looking so far. I had not even hoped, I just assumed that I would finish the ribbing before the end of October, by the end of September. But that was before I started feeling like this. So I just haven't worked on it since getting sick. But yeah, I have a few more centimeters to go. I think maybe 2 or 3. So a couple more rows. And yeah, happy with how it's looking and everything. I think I've never done this before, but I think I'm actually going to block it once I have done, once I finish this and bind it off to the body, because I'm not sure, I don't know. I'm not sure how long to make the sleeves. I want to see kind of where the body sits. Because if it's a bit kind of oversized, I feel like having kind of short sleeves would just look a bit weird. So I just want to see. But I might do a little bit of this today. I don't know. As I said, I'm feeling a little better. This is the first time I've sat out of bed in a few days. So I'm just kind of planning on watching some TV today. Been really getting into the show High Potential. And also Cold Case. Just been really in a, I don't know, really in a crime mood this whole year, I think. Like, probably like 95% of the shows I've been watching have been crime. So yeah, I might do that and also plan to read for a bit. So I will catch you all in October. I was hoping to have some time to film some other videos for the month, but I'm just going to see how I'm feeling. If I don't feel up to making those videos this month, I can make them in November, and we'll just, as per usual, we're just playing it by ear. We'll see what happens, but I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all feeling a lot better than I am right now, and I will see you in October. Very excited for the things I will be working on this month, and I will catch you all soon.